Hi, everybody. This is Virginia Milner coming to you from the Decatur, DeKalb County Library System, and we have another tutorial for you. And today I'm going to do something. There is an artist that I see on YouTube sometimes. Her name is Susie Wong, and if you ever get a chance to look at some of her videos, she is very, very brilliant, brilliant artist. And I saw one that she did for a ring, a little ring, where she did a design that she called it a twig, I think a twig ring. And I saw that and I thought it was so pretty. And I decided to elevate it to a bracelet. It's not exactly like hers because I wanted to incorporate some of the chaos type wrap that we've done as well in order to fill out the design of the bracelet. And so what I've come up with is what I call a I forget what I called it now. Anyway, it's a vine, a wrapped vine bracelet. So that's what we're making today. We're going to make and it's very freeform, as you can see. It's just got a lot of spirals. It's kind of a, what did I call it? I had a name for it, and I have to look it up. I can't remember what I called it. But it's kind of a twisted vine, and it really, a flowering vine bracelet. It's all inclusive. All that you need for this are 2 types of wire, 24 and 20 gauge wire, and beads. That's it. And I chose to use chips because I thought that they look more like flowers that would be growing on a vine. This came out so pretty. I'm going to do it in a different color. I really am kind of drifting towards the silver just because of the lightness of it, and it's spring, and I just think it's so pretty. But I also think that it works better on camera with a different color because sometimes the silver gets washed out under the lights. So I'm going to use bronze and turquoise beads. Where's the end? Because it's not closed and I don't want these to go everywhere. So we're going to use turquoise chips and bronze wire. And let's make our piece. So, oh, and all you need are your regular pliers, your round nose, square nose, or chain nose pliers, and cutters. And again, you need 20 gauge wire, 24 gauge wire, and beads. I probably wouldn't go over, if you want to use a different shape, I probably wouldn't go over anything that's more than 4 millimeters as far as the beads are concerned. So let's go ahead and get started. So got everything out here, and let's get my wire. All I need is enough because this bracelet, it's all inclusive. Your hook and your loop are all part of the bracelet, are all part of the main part of the bracelet. So what I'm going to do is get a foot of wire and then double that. So give myself about a foot. It's probably going to be too much, but that's okay. I'd rather cut off what I don't need. Okay, so I'm going to take this is my 20 gauge wire. Straighten that out a little bit. Doesn't need to be too straight because I'm getting ready to wrap over it. Okay, now I'm going to fold that in half. Bring those together, squeeze it with your fingers. Get as tight together as I can. And once I can't go any further with my fingers, I'm going to take my flat pliers and I'm going to squeeze those edges, those ends together. until they are side by side. There we go. There. And now I'm going to make my hook. So what I'm going to do is take my round nose pliers. I'm going to slide the folded edge of my wire all the way back to the back of my pliers. Leave a little bit of the tip out beyond the edges of the pliers. Then I'm going to rotate my pliers back. Make sure that your wires are side by side, not on top of each other. I'm going to rotate my pliers until I have a hook, just like that. This one I made a little longer. If you want it longer, just go back and make your hook a little bit longer. Just pull it down until it's the length that you want it. And there's my hook. That's a little longer. There. So then what I'm going to do is wrap it just below the end. So I'm going to bring one of the tails of my wire up. Make sure I have it nice and secure. And I'm going to wrap it around the other wire. Nice tight wrap. And I'm just going to give it 2 reps. That's all I really need. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my wires back down side by side. As together as I can get. Yeah. And I can make more adjustments later if I need to my hook. Okay, so now here's the base of my wire. This is my bracelet base. And as you can see, it's obviously going to be too long, so I'll be cutting some of it off. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab some 24 gauge wire. It was right here. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. I'm going to grab some 24 gauge wire. I'm going to give myself a good 1.5 yards because we're going to be doing some wrapping. I'm going to give myself a good 1.5 yards of wire. And I'm going to fold that in half. Can't see the entire expanse of it on camera because there's just too much of it. Okay. So I'm going to bring that over my 20 gauge wire base, over both of the wires. And I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times to secure the wire. So I'm going to take one strand, I'm going to wrap that around 2 times, 1.5 to 2 times, and I'm going to do the same with the other one going in the other direction, just to make sure it's all nice and secure. My wire's nice and neat. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make a little loop. So we're going to be making some little swirls and spirals and adding some beads. So this wire here that's closest to the long tail is coming over the top of my wire. So I'm just going to give it a little curve, just like that. See if I can get this a little closer. I'm going to give it a little curve over the top of my wire. Hold on to it with my fingers. I'm going to wrap that tail around so that it secures it, just like that. Then I'm going to bring the tail of the other wire, the other side of the wire, around over top of it. Make sure this is straight so that it goes over nice and neat. So I'm going to bring that over to follow. And I'm going to wrap that wire around the outside of the other wire. So now I have just a little curve there. Bring both of the wires as close together as I can. And I'm going to give myself another little curve on the other side. Now this is free form. You don't have to follow my exact example. This is just what I'm doing. So I've got a little curve going that way. Now I'm going to have a little curve going the other way. Wrap that tail around and follow it with the other one. Just on the outside of the other wire. Wrap that tail around. Isn't that pretty? Yes, I do believe it is. Now I'm going to wrap both wires around just to secure them. Now what do I want to do? Do I want to go ahead and put a bead on already? I could. Why not? So I'm going to go to the inside wire, the wire that's closest, the wire that's furthest away from my hook, and I'm going to add a bead. Just add a little chip. It's really neat to work with chips when you're doing something freeform because the chips, of course, are irregular in size. So there's a little chip on there. And I still have my little curve. I'm going to wrap that around the 20 gauge base one time. And now I'm going to go put beads on the other wire. And let's see how many I want to put on there. I think I'm going to put 2 on because these are very tiny. This is natural turquoise, and these chips are very, very tiny. Ooh, so tiny. I'm not sure I can get that. There we go. Let's put 2 on and see where they land. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So we'll put 2 there. And then I'm going to have this one kind of centered, the one that's on the other wire. And then I'm going to put 2 on the other side. Yeah, so let's put 2 more beads on there and see if I need any more. Again, freeform, it's, you need to use your design eye to decide how many beads you want or don't want. Put that on there because I can show you another one. I also did this one, but I twisted the wire. Oh, come back. I twisted the wire instead. I thought that made it a little heavier, not quite as ethereal as this one. So I'm going for what I did with the purple. I think I like that better for spring. The other one is gorgeous, just different. All right. So let's see what I have. So I have 2 beads on one side of the top wire and 2 beads on the other side. Oh, I like it. Let's lock that down. So I'm going to bring that around. There's my curve. Wrap that tail around my base wire. Okay, very good. Squeeze those wires together, nice and snug. Good. You have a good start. So now I think I'm going to make a little spiral. Because why not? So I'm going to bring both wires around. Isn't that neat? Bring both wires around and under the base wire, but I'm not going to make it tight. I'm going to keep a little curve in there. Make sure the wires are not crossing over each other. Wrap that around, and there's a little spiral. Pretty. Wrap it around one more time. And here's what we have so far. Okay, so I think I'm going to put more beads on. Yeah, let's put another bead on there. Okay. And one of the things to remember with chips is that they are somewhat unstable. So I would put several beads on. The good thing about this design is it has some swirls that don't have any beads on it. So if for any reason a bead breaks off, it'll still look at the design. It won't affect the design too much. You'll be the only one who knew that your bead broke. Okay, so I've got one little bead there. I'm gonna wrap it up, close it down, secure it. And let's put beads on the other one. Or should I just leave it bare? Nope, beads, 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 beads. Okay, let's put another little chip on there. I'm really liking this. I'm liking the turquoise with the bronze. It was more of a functional choice when I started it, because I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing easier than if I was using the silver. But honestly, I think this is gorgeous. Get in there. I'm going to do 4 beads again on that top wire. It's like I did before. Same thing. Bring that over. Yes, I like it. I don't know. Should I put another one on there? Yeah, let's just, no, I'm not going to do that. That's what I did with the red. And then I ended up with so many beads that I thought it obscured the design a little bit. Let's just pull that tight, nice and snug. Yeah. Wrap that around on the outside of the other wire, just beside it. Okay, push my wires together. Nice and neat. Yes. Yes, so far so good. All right, let's do another set of half curves, these little curves. Okay, wrap those around. And again, you can do these one at a time, or you can, if you're comfortable doing them both at the same time, you can do that. Yes. I think I'm going to do another curve. Come around. Very good. One more time. Nice. I like it. I like it. I'm really liking this so far. Let's give myself another swirl, another spiral. Just because why not? Love them. Pretty. Underneath, over the top, wrap it around. Ah, isn't that pretty? So neat. Should I do another spiral? Yeah, let's put some more beads on. All right. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, let's put on a bead. Again, I'm putting it on the one that's closest to my base wire. Just notice my beads look like they're all on the same side. So let's change that. Let's make it on this side this time. Okay, so let's switch that. All right, and on the side closest to my base wire again. There we go. Make sure my wires aren't crossing. Stay over there. Okay, put my bead on. Wrap it around. Secure it. Get the other beads for the top wire. Let's see how many I need. Do I want 4 or do I just want 2? Okay, let's just do 2 for this one. I think that'll be plenty. That around. Neaten up my wires. Yes. Both. Push those wires together. Let's see where we are size-wise. I think we're almost there. So I'm going to do another set of beads. I want to see. Yeah, I'm going to do another swirly swirl. And both at the same time again. And underneath, nice and loose. And at the top. And around. Yes. Let's give it one more little wrap around. There we go. Isn't that pretty so far? I really like it. Okay, let's put on another set of beads down here. Come on. Wrap that around. It's easier to wrap everything when I don't have as much wire to bandy with. Okay, let's put on another bead. Beads. Let's see, do I need more than two? I think I'm gonna do one more, maybe two more. Oh, I have a teeny tiny one, so yeah, let's just put two more on. This one's really unstable. I can tell it's right on the tip. The drill is right, drilling is right on the tip of it, so that one might not stick around for long. So may as well use it on this and follow it with another one that will hopefully take its place if necessary. Oh yeah, nice. Yep. It got stuck on the corner of my chip. There we go. Oh, isn't that pretty so far? So let's see where we are size-wise. Didn't measure it. I think I'm going to put it on my wrist. Let's see what I have. Nice. Almost there. I think I just need a couple little swirly swirls. And I think I'll be ready to finish. Okay, so I'm going to make a little swirl here. Put that around. The other side and do another one. And swirl, wrap it around. And I think we're ready to finish. All right, that's it. Time to make my loop. So I'm going to go ahead and clip off the end. See how much I had left? This was 1.5 yards. I only needed 1 yard. All right, so let's clip off the end here that I don't need. It's already wrapped around twice, so it's nice and secure. Push down those edges. So that the ends will not do any damage. And let's make our loop. Now, I want to easily be able to get this on. So what I'm doing is turning this up like so that when I put it on, it'll hook like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is make a loop as a receptacle for my hook. So I'm going to bend one of these to the side. Doesn't matter which one. The other one's going to be your loop. I'm going to grab my round nose pliers. And I'm going to make my loop. Now notice that my hook is going this way. So my loop needs to go flat. So one needs to be flat and one needs to be going up and down so that it'll be able to receive, the loop will be able to receive the hook. So I'm going to go all the way back to the back of my pliers. I'm going to bring one of the tails of my wire over the top of my pliers and around. Open my pliers up, rotate back, and close back down until I have a loop. So there's my loop. I'm going to wrap it around the tail of my wire here. So I can go ahead and clip that off. The other tail that I don't need any longer. Clip it off as close as I can get to the wrapping of the 24 gauge wire. Snip. That can go away. That's long enough that I can use it for something. Thank goodness. I hate waste. Anyone who knows me knows that. I'm going to hold on to the face of my wire with my pliers, and I'm going to wrap that tail, or your fingers, you can use your fingers. I'm going to wrap that tail around just a couple of times over the other wrap. And this is the vine, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to look a little rustic. Wrap that around several times. And then clip it off. Nice and close. And push that little end down as close to the base wire as you can get it. Nice and snug. And now it's time to shape. To shape my bracelet. You can wrap it around a cylindrical item, but your wrist is an oval shape, so you're going to end up reshaping, unless you like the bangle look for everything. And there's my bracelet. Now, the last thing I want to do is put a little ledge on the tip of my hook. See how it's just straight? That's fine. But that little ledge will keep it, first of all, it looks nice. It's aesthetically pleasing. And secondly, that little hook keeps your wire, your ring, from coming out. So there we have it. I'm going to do a little adjusting. And I like my tip to be as close as I can get in my wire so that when I put it on, I don't have to worry about it sliding back out. So there we go. Let's put it on. Why not? Why not? Why not? And then one of the reasons I turned this up is because now all I have to do is push it together. So remove my sweater. I've still got on the bracelet, the other bracelet that I just made. Okay. Put it over there. Oh, boy. It can be a little greased. Maybe I should have put it under, but I thought this would be better. Ah, I hate when this happens on camera. It's right there. Go on. See, I usually turn this under, and then I can just slide it under and it hooks right in. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it around. Now, before you say, oh my gosh, that's a lot of overworking, that's really good for it, because the more I work it, the more it helps solidify the wire or harden the wire so that it won't lose its shape too much. So eventually this will work harden into shape. See, I saw somebody else turn their hook up and it looked really neat. And I said, well, I'll do that next time. No, that did not work for me. Okay, so shaping in here, everything all nice and pretty. And there we go. And this. There. There. Okay. So now let's put it on. Oops. I'm just not having any luck today. Oh, I have to bend that back a little. You have to, as they call it, break the neck. So it has a little curve in there. Here we go. It's a little snug. This is actually the way I like mine. I don't like mine loose. I like them to be close to my arm. And there's my bracelet. Move that other one out of the way so that you don't have to look at my Cinco de Mayo bracelet while you're trying to see my flowering vine bracelet. There we go. Okay, so here's my flowering vine. There it is. I love it. Here's the other one. Oh, I love these. Aren't they pretty? Not sure I would wear them together, but oh, they are very pretty. Where's the other one? Let's get this coral one that I made. See, in this one, I twisted the wire. It gave it just a whole different dimension. Oof, that is pretty. Get it on my arm, my goodness. And with the twisted wire, that really makes it strong. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Here they are. What do you think? Wow. That is really pretty. I really enjoy this. I love free form everything. It just gives me the opportunity to use whatever. I love this. Doesn't that look like a garden? It looks like a flower garden. Ah, I love everything about these, all 3 of these bracelets. Love it. Okay, that's it. That is our program for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy yours when you make them as much as I'm going to enjoy wearing mine. Now I'm starting to think I should wear them all together because they are beautiful. I look like I'm wearing a garden on my wrist. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will make one of these. And if you do, please let me know, because I would love to see your version of this because it's going to be completely different from mine. It depends on how many swirls you put in. It depends on how many spirals you put in. It depends on the type of beads that you use. It depends on how you do your design. They're all going to be different. Please, 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 please show me what you do, because they're all 3 of these are completely different. The basic premise is the same. The design is the idea of it is the same. The execution is what makes it different. The finished piece is what makes it different. So I would love to see your version of what we've done today. And remember, these are always free. These videos are free. The tutorials are free. The kits, if you are one of the lucky few who gets to the library in time to get a kit, all free and all for you. Sponsored by the DeKalb County Library Foundation, and they do this for you. So I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you will go to their Facebook page and give them a thumbs up, give them a like, and let me know what you think about this program as well, because I would really love to know. If you ever have a video that you would like to find, all 3 years of these videos are out there somewhere on the Facebook page. You can go into the Facebook page and search for them at facebook.com/DeKalb Library. That's facebook.com/DeKalb Go to the search engine, put in Jewelry with Jen, hit enter, and all of the links will pop up just for you. And if you want me to look up something, if you can't find it, can't figure out where it is, it was a year and a half ago, just go to my email, give me a description, and I will search for that link for you and send it to you. My email is jewelrygin20@gmail.com. That's JEWELRYGIN20@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you one way or the other. If you like it, if you don't like it, just let me know. Give me your feedback. Give me any ideas of what you would like to see me do in the future, or just comment on what we're doing and let us know how we're doing. Okay? So until next time, enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.